right, so today we're going to talk about data management. So some tools that are in Counterpoint that will allow you to get quick access to the data that you need to run your business. So on the agenda today, we'll be looking at modifying lookups. We'll be looking at creating reports on the fly, bulk updates utilizing table view. And we're going to talk about how you can do blanket price changes, markups, or markdowns. And then save and load parameters. I've got a little special treat on that section because it's such a small topic. So we'll do some menu editing there too to kind of show you how you can drag and drop a report into a folder. That might have been on part one, but I'm going to go through it on this part as well. Okay, so let's start with modifying lookups. So I'm going to flip over to Counterpoint. Hopefully that worked and you guys can all see my Counterpoint menu. Okay, terrific. All right, so we're going to look at modifying lookups. So why would you want to modify a lookup? Well, I'll show you. So I'm going to go into touchscreen and let's say I'm a cashier and I want the ability to get quick access to data. Okay, so in order to do that, you might want to go to your the magnifying glass. This is a lookup. So we're going to actually spend the first two topics we're going to spend in lookups because this is also how you do a quick report. So let's say I want to add something to my lookup, something that maybe isn't here. I can simply go to my top menu here and I can right click on this. And I can go to my column designer. And then from here, I can just start adding things that I might want to see in my lookup. So I have description 1, but maybe I also want description 2 in there in case there's more information that needs to be given to customers before they buy. And I'll add my profile field that I created called season into that view as well. So we'll go ahead and add that. So now I've basically added these columns. So let's say somebody comes up to me and says, hey, can you tell me what you have for summer plants? I can simply go here and I can sort accordingly and then bring that summer option into view. So that may be a reason why you want it. You may also want the description fields so that if somebody asks a question, if this particular plant requires full sun, you can go to lookup and actually see that in the description field. What you can also do is if I go to column designer, okay, back to column designer, I can do things like customize under the next tab. I can change field labels. So if I wanted to change this field label to something else, I could do that. Let's say I want to change this to SKU. Okay, so now it's changed up here. I can also highlight if I go to quantity available. And let's say I want to make sure that it's quick and easy for people to see. I can go ahead and highlight that so that you can see, you know, if somebody asks you for the quantity, you can go right to the highlighted section and say there's X amount in stock. And then let me see what else you can do. You can change your alignment. You can change your fonts. So you can do a lot of things. You can bold the data. You can also, so this is the title, but let's say I also wanted to make sure that all the data is highlighted as well. You could do that as well. So back to column designer, under column options, there's 2 sections. One is title and one is data. And so you can modify each of those. Okay, so once you get your lookups just the way you like it, you would then go to options, and then you can go save as. And if you save as a default, you're going to be saving for everyone. But if you just want to save for a particular user, you can save for that user. And then now this is my lookup. I always have the option to go back to the default, but I have the option for my specific lookup as well. Okay, so that's modifying lookups. Now, lookups are all over Counterpoint. So you could modify lookup for vendors, you can modify lookup for items, you can modify lookup for customers. So it's all over Counterpoint. In fact,